we have a new worksheet. We have a new worksheet, okay, that we are going to review together. And then we're going to finish it very quickly. All right, love? So please, if you have any questions, please let me know. All right? All right, Abdullah?
Yes.
Do you remember this passage? Should we go straight to the question, or would you like to have a read quickly at it?
Mr. I did see the...
Oh, sorry, love. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. All right. How's it now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, love. Would you like to have a read, or you have already read it?
Did you send it to the group?
Yes. I'm not sure. Let me check very quickly. No, not yet. Seriously? Okay. Here we go. So, okay. Now it's on the group now. All right. So, have you received it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's go straight to the question. If you don't understand anything, we can go upward. We'll go back up. All right. So can you read and answer the first question, please?
Writers may vary the kind of language they use to create a specific tone.
Yeah. Hold on, Abdullah. Hold on, because it's very important to understand the question. So we talked about language and the use of language, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like even in our everyday life, we use different types of language, what we call the repertoire. All right. So, for example, if you're talking to your brother, is different from the way you are talking to the language you use with your brother, for example, or with a friend of yours, is different from the language that you use with your dad, and even the language you use with your dad when you're telling him information or giving him information about anything is different from the language you use with your dad also. If you want to ask him for something, for example, if you want your dad, if you're happy with your performance and with your achievement at school, and you want to ask your dad to buy you something as a gift, like iPhone, the new iPhone, for example, or you want your dad to do anything, for example, all right? So I bet the language that you're going to use is different from the language that is used casually.
Yes.
Right? So based on the purpose, the language might change, right? Based on the person you're talking to, the language might change. Even based on the time when you ask, for example, if you feel like, oh, your dad is not feeling in a very good mood today, so you are going to use different language when addressing him, because then you're going to be careful with your language. Yes. Right? If you feel that he is irritable or upset, you're going to use a different language. So it depends. Yeah. So also writers may vary the kind of language they use to create a specific tone. And what's the tone, Abdullah? Can you remind me with the meaning or the definition of tone, author's tone?
The author's attitude toward the...
I love you. Very good. It's the author's attitude towards a topic. Very good. Yeah. So in this passage, tell me about this passage, Abdullah.
In this passage, King Solver uses dialogue within a scientific essay.
Yes, very good. King Solver, of course, the author. You know that, right? Very good.
Yes. How does King Solver use of dialogue advances purpose and affect the reader?
We talked about this time and again. Actually, the author does not use a scientific approach when addressing us. She used a bit of more or less casual language. Whether it is Godal, you remember, even Godal used the casual language, and here King Solver also uses casual language so that she can reach to the common people or non-scientific people like a person like me, for example. Right, Abudi Habibi? Yeah. So the question is, how does King Solver use dialogue? The use of dialogue advances her purpose and affects the reader. you as a reader, how does this type of language affect you?
I think the dialogues
Yes.
of this, um, he makes the message any easy
Yes, very
or
good. First, yeah, very good.
accessible.
Yes, very good. It makes it easy and accessible to the reader, and also engaging. Because if it
Yes.
is so hard, if it is so difficult for me to access, what am I going to do? Even if you are playing a game. Let's say that you are playing a video game, Abdullah, a PlayStation game or whatever, all right, game or an Xbox game. And you find this game is too challenging that you cannot even move one level. What are you going to do after trying once or twice or even 3 times? What are you going to do?
I will stop playing.
Very good. You're going to quit playing this game, right? So that's why you want to make it more accessible, more engaging for us so that we can continue reading and find something that we can, as readers, relate to. Very good, Abudi. Can you read my suggested answer, please?
Even though they say topics is a scientific one, the use of dialogue makes the passage accessible to the reader.
Excellent.
In other words, casual
conversational,
conversational language creates an engaging tone.
I love you. That's exactly what we discussed. I hope you understand everything, Abdullah, here.
Yes.
Okay, Habib. Let's move to number 2, love.
In the above exhibit, the tone shifts from scientific and informative into a casual dialogue with a friend.
Yes, very good. Like she moved from like casual writing to us as readers, addressing us as readers, or giving us information as readers in a very interesting way. She moved the style of writing into a conversational one. All right. So it's no longer informative. It's no longer about giving information and that's it. She moved it to use this casual dialogue with a friend. This friend, as we said before, can be, this conversation might have taken place, or it might, this friend might be an imaginary person and she just made him up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She uses that phrase, what's the fuss? Yeah.
She uses that phrase, what's the fuss is about.
Yes,
what message do you think the author wants to convey from this phrase?
Yeah. Let me give you another example here to make it easy for you, Abdullah, so that you can relate to. What if you are from Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes.
I'm from Egypt, right?
Yes.
In Saudi Arabia and Egypt, we both use Arabic, but we both use different versions of Arabic. You use your Saudi dialect, different dialect, and I use my dialect, right? So I use my variety of Arabic and you use your variety of Arabic. But sometimes when you speak to me, sometimes maybe, or you might have done this before, if you are speaking to an Egyptian person, you might use a kind of Egyptian joke or an Egyptian phrase or even an idiom, right?
Yes.
Or I can, when I speak to you or somebody from Egypt speaks to you, he might use the Saudi dialect, Saudi phrases, phrases from Saudi dialect, or even a joke from Saudi dialect, right? Why?
Yes.
Why would I do this? Or why would you do this? Why would you use an Egyptian variety of Arabic when speaking to me? Or why would I use a Saudi variety of Arabic when I speak to you? Why do you think I would do this? Especially when we crack jokes, for example.
I don't know.
Can you think of an occasion when you were speaking to somebody from Egypt or even Syria or even Lebanon or even any Arabic speaker, but use any Arabic speaker with a different variety, of course, from the Saudi variety?
I think I use when I want him to understand better.
Yes, very
it's
good.
Not for jokes. It may be something else.
No, yeah, you misunderstood me. I'm not saying that you laugh at him. No.
Yes.
You use his own joke because jokes is cultural.
Yes.
You see what I mean? In Saudi Arabia, we use different jokes from the jokes we crack in Arabic. So if you crack a joke,
Mm.
that doesn't mean you laugh at the person. You crack a joke so that you can make him laugh. But
Yes.
you
Yes.
use his jokes, his own jokes. Why? So that he can understand it. Because you might have noticed that before, because a joke is a cultural thing. Because I might crack a joke and it's very funny for me and it's very funny for a person from Egypt, but you might not understand it because you can't relate to. You don't
Yes.
understand it. And you can crack a joke, right? But I will not understand the joke. How could I laugh? Okay, you understand English, but because you don't understand the English culture, or we don't understand the English culture perfectly well, so some English jokes, for example, don't make me laugh because I don't
Yes.
understand it. So when I make a joke that's Saudi, okay, I want you to understand it so that you can laugh and share the joke with me.
Yes.
You got what I mean? So yeah.
Yes.
So if you want me to, if you want your language to be more accessible for me, and you want me to understand it better, and you want to engage me, you use my version or my variety of Arabic. That's absolutely right. So here, what the fuss is about is a casual language. So what's the purpose of using
Yes.
casual language? We said that before. You want to make it more accessible, more engaging, more not more easy, easier to understand, stuff like that. Do you understand,
Yes.
Abudillah? Very good.
Yes.
Okay, so can you read my answer, please?
This phrase shows that the author assumes that most readers would not be from southern Arizona,
Yeah.
and
So we don't
might,
understand. We don't understand what things are like there. Very good.
yes, and might not understand the excitement.
Yeah.
I assume that she is trying to engage the reader and help them relate to the topic.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. So let's move to question 3.
Uh,
Oh, sorry. Yes, love.
uh, King Solver explained that people from other climate areas don't understand why everyone is excited about the desert bloom.
Yeah.
Why do you think
That's
people?
exactly what happens here in Saudi Arabia. Sometimes people from Europe, for example, do not understand why do we get excited when it rains here, right?
Yes.
Because rain is very valuable here, and it's a special
Mm,
occasion when it rains here, right? But
yes.
in a place like London, for example, it rained almost every day when I was there. I used there for
Yes.
2 years, and it rained almost every day. You see what I mean? And it was like cloudy almost every day. It's very rare that we saw the sun. And people, and also in the European culture, the dark clouds, for example, stimulates depressing mood, a bad mood, right? But here, the darker
Yes.
clouds, what do the darker clouds create in us? What mood does it create in us? Happiness
Happy.
and
Yes.
expecting. We become expectant, right?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. So why do you think people from other climates might be puzzled by the excitement that it's raining in Arizona? Because they
Uh,
don't.
because uh, they don't expect any life in the desert. Maybe.
Yes, very good, very good. They don't know what life is in the desert is like. Very good. Can you read the
Yes.
answer, please? I love you, Abdullah. Very good.
People from different climate areas are used to seeing springs, flowers, and may not expect much life in this.
Yes, very good. So they don't know what's the life in desert is like.
Yes.
All right. That's why they don't understand the excitement when when there is rain or when there is like a rainy season. All right, love. Can you read number
Yes.
4, please?
King Solver says people who live in the desert spend a lot of time predicting what plants will bloom in the spring. Why is it difficult for desert dwellers to
Dwellers, like
prognosticate?
people who live in the desert.
Yes, to prognosticate. Mr.
Foliage,
No, no. Uh,
prognosticate. Prognosticate, like predict, like
Yes.
tell what's going to happen in the future, to keep predicting. Even we here, but as students, we prognosticate the weather so that we see if the school is going to be suspended tomorrow or not, right?
Yes. Mm.
Okay.
The arrival of spring foliage.
Foliage, yeah, very good. Yes.
Um,
So the
uh,
question is, why is it difficult for desert dwellers to prognosticate, to predict what's gonna happen in terms of foliage? You know what's foliage? When the plants start to grow and become as a result of rain, for example, when the plant starts to grow and make flowers
yes.
and produce flowers. Yeah, because there are so many things that controls the planting or the growing of plants. It's not only, for example, the soil. It's not only the rain. It's not only the weather. Yeah, so many
Yes.
things. So many things interfere with the growing of plants. Okay, so too
Mm.
many factors such as temperature, the rainfall affect what plants will bloom. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Read the
yes, number
next
five.
question.
Number five. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
an idiom is an expression whose accepted meaning is different from its literal meaning.
Yes, that's right.
Cite examples of idioms from the text and try to guess their
Yeah,
meanings.
an example of an idiom. An idiom is like a phrase or an expression, which its meaning is different from the words that it is composed of. For example, even in Arabic, if you say, for example, "أنا طرت من الفرح," do you really fly?
Yes. No.
You don't fly, but this is an expression to express how much happy you are.
Yes.
How happy you are. All right. So this is an idiom, one example of idioms when we said
Knocked out.
knocked out, because this is borrowed from boxing. You know, when you knock
Yes.
somebody out, you flatten him. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So you blow, you give him a blow, a very powerful blow, and you flatten him. All right. In line
Yes.
21, which means overwhelmed. This is an example. What the fuss is also an idiom. What the fuss, all right, is about.
Mm.
Okay. So let's move to question 6.
Uh, at the beginning of the story, King Solver calls the flowering of the desert
A
miracle.
miracle. Yeah.
Cite the other examples of non-scientific reasons for the desert flowering. How do this reference help shape King Solver's central idea?
Yeah. So, sometimes when there is something, Abdullah, you
Yes.
cannot explain. What do you know? What do you usually say? You say, العلم عند الله, صح ولا لا?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
science cannot explain it. You logically cannot explain it, and you can also say subhanallah. So that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened here. So when somebody said, okay, if these plants weren't here last year, how come they grew up this year? One scientist said or blurted, God planted them. هذه من عند الله.
Yes.
Right? But for people of science, they have some kind of a logic for all. They have to find a logic for everything. But for this foliage, for this year, they do not know how to explain it. All right.
Yes.
So what did she say? It's like a miracle here. God planted them. Allah
Yes.
Allah هو اللي زرعهم, because they weren't here last year. How come they are here this year? We don't know. God only know. All right. In line 30.
Yes.
So some higher power. Yeah. In line 18. Yeah.
In line 18,
Yeah.
this helps shape the central idea in the sense that flowering of the desert seems what's that?
May seem mysterious. Mysterious, yeah, like something you cannot explain, like سر غامض, something you
Yes.
cannot explain. Yeah, very good.
Because it is highly
Unpredictable.
unpredictable
You do not expect
and
it.
yes, and in some ways explainable.
Explainable. You cannot explain. Very good, Aboudi. Yeah, question number 7, love. It's a bit long. It's a bit long one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and don't worry, we're gonna stop at number 7. So this is the last question because the others are vocabulary words. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Habib.
What is the
Purpose.
purpose of the following paragraph and the
Yes, very
number
good.
of
Very good.
comparison that the author has established in it?
Very good. This is the paragraph I'm talking about. This paragraph. What's the purpose of this paragraph? Why? The purpose means you give me the reason why the author wrote this paragraph. All right? Yeah, the main point behind it. The take-home message of this paragraph. All right.
Yes.
Something like that.
Something like that, or the fall color in New England.
Yeah.
All winter that the
experts. Yeah.
Experts
take measurements.
Take measurements and make forecasts.
Yes, very good.
This year they predicted gold, but it is already gone platinum.
Yeah, like for example, Abdullah, if you, for example, you expect your dad to give you like to bring you, for example, an iPhone as a gift, and you find out that your dad has bought you a new car, so it's way more than you expected. So she said that we expected something, and we found out that it is tenfolds what we expected. You know what's tenfolds? Like 10 أضعاف what we expected. You see what I mean? So it was like a miracle. It was something that's really, really wow. You got it? Very good, Abud. Yeah.
But it's already gone platinum.
Yes, very
in
good.
in a spot where you'd expect 100 flowers.
What
we've
they
got 1,000.
So they expected, for example, 100 flowers, and they got 1,000. That's 10 folds, 10 times what she expected. Yes, as a scientist, of course. Yeah.
More kinds than anybody alive has ever seen at once.
So this is again once in a lifetime occasion. She stresses this opinion on this point. So what's the purpose of this? You can choose any of these answers. These are 3 different answers, Aboudi, here. So the author keeps offering what?
Up ways to the reader to relate to the experience.
Very good.
In the first sentence, the author compares the unusual blooming of the desert to another event.
Yes, very
good.
The
fall color in New England.
And New England is familiar for most American because they study it. They study New England in their curriculum. So everybody, almost everybody in America know what New England is like. Yes. See what I mean? Yeah. So that she brought this comparison so that they find something they can relate to, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The second point.
Another reference is used here, but this time from the music industry.
Yeah.
This is IE.
IE, like for example, بمعنى that means
yes.
Or that's to say
IE they predicted gold, but it's already gone platinum.
Yeah, gold is a good prize, but in the music industry, and you know, people in the West are all into music because they also study music even in school, right? So they know that music, if you get a gold prize in music, it's very, very good. It's wow. But if you get a platinum prize, that means you are amazing. You are out of this world.
Yes.
See what I mean? Yeah, very good. So platinum is even better a prize to get. Yeah.
Yes. That is a comparison to the way the music industry measures its sales. Gold is a lot, but platinum is way more.
Yes, very good. It's much more or way more. Yeah, very good.
Yes. The last 2 sentences of the paragraph also talk about the sheer number.
Sheer, like the abundant number, a lot.
Yes.
Like very many, as you might say in casual language. Yeah.
That is much more than expected. In a spot where you'd expect 100 flowers, we've got 1,000 more kinds than anybody alive has ever seen at once.
Very good. Excellent, Habib Abdullah. That's it for today. Any questions, love?
Thank you.
Of course, I mean by the denotation is the dictionary meaning, and the connotation is what the author want to convey, or what feelings is included, what emotion is included, whether it is positive or negative meaning. Okay, Abdullah Habibi, any questions, love?
Thank you.
Thank you very much for attending. See you tomorrow, inshallah. And I'd like to thank you for the happiness you bring to my day by your most valuable attendance, love. Keep it up, love. Any questions?
Thank you.
Rating the class, please. You do you think you really benefit from this class, Abu?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love you, man. Very good. Thank you. Have a very good day. Thank you.
You too.